People, you know what time it is. Time to do this thing. All right, gang. Yo, listen, listen. Oh my God, we're gonna do our Q&A today. You know what it is. But in the meantime, while we wait for you guys to queue, let's get some A's covered. Man, anybody up to date on what's popping yesterday with Chat GPT 4.0? Dang it. Of course, I have a verklempt situation. Sorry about that. Sometimes the throat would just do you dirty. Listen, ChatGPT came out yesterday. Well, OpenAI came out yesterday and introduced some brand new features to ChatGPT, and I have to say they are quite impressive. Now, in the AI communities, there's a bunch of conversations going around the, let's just say, how advanced these new features are. But there is some really interesting stuff. To me, the one that stands out the most happens to be twofold. Well, the one that stands out the most happens to be twofold. Okay, Doc, that makes about as much sense as screen doors in the submarine. The two that stick out to me really, really strong is updates that are going to come to you on a mobile. Okay, and it's yeah. First of all, the name is going to mess me up. It's going to take me a minute. It's probably going to take you a minute. Well, you guys are smarter than me, so it's ChatGPT 4.0. And it's weird because normally in software we say 4.0, but it's actually 4.0 because of this new O. Okay? Google's meeting is today, Raf. So Google is surging back at the moment, but we will see. We will see what happens. It's actually going on now. Now, Sean, I have noticed on my phone, I actually have all the updates already, but that's because I'm a ChatGPT Plus user. Okay, wait. We're jumping the gun. We're jumping the gun. All right, so here's what happens. Basically, what you got naturally, automatically with an incremental update is that it is faster, right? That part makes common sense. It's 2x faster. That's not expected. Normally, you don't get a 2x leap in a single iteration, but it's 2x faster. If you happen to use tokens in any way, shape, or form, you're a developer or you're a high-use user who, say, doesn't have a Teams plan, business plan, or a pro plan, your rate is cheaper. It's like 50% cheaper. So in the past, before they came out with ChatGPT Plus, when we were playing around with APIs, I was using a Python script that I wrote with the help of ChatGPT, by the way. I was using a Python script that I wrote that would allow me to take the transcripts from the flow and spin those guys into a PDF and then take that PDF and have ChatGPT read it and generate show notes, do a summary, pull out tweets, blog posts, right? Then they came out with ChatGPT Plus and no longer needed to do it the hard way. I could just give it the transcript. The reason why we did it the hard way in the beginning is because your context window, aka how much information you could throw at it, was small. Then it got bigger and it got bigger and it got bigger. So now, two things they brought to the table besides the speed and the cheaper option, because before, when you were using an API like that, you'd actually, I remember paying a bill of like $18 one month because I had used so much of the API that those tokens, the price of tokens anyway, it was cheap. It was $18, not that big a deal. Now, the free users can get access to GPTs, more access to GPTs, and they get to also have access to that faster. They also get to have access to the cheaper API limit. But as a paid user, you still get bigger context window and more commands you could throw at it in an hour. Like you could easily throw 80 commands an hour and it won't blink. As a free user, you're still going to run into that. And we also get first dibs on some of this new kit. So for instance, going back to what Sean said, for the phone, I actually, looking at my phone, looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. I actually already have some of that phone stuff. And what's crazy is how good it is. It's fast. It's really, really fast. That is the number one thing it did for me, is that it's fast. And yes, Abiki is correct. The O is standing for omnimodal, right? So the LLM, large language model, and then one of the things that happened recently was the multimodal large language models, and now this is considered an omnimodal large language model. So yeah, don't let those words confuse you. They're probably not important to most of you. Yeah, I'm still amazed that even though it's free, how many people have no comprehension of what it can do. Okay, so we're going to play with some of the stuff right quick. Now, let me pop up this application and actually make a window for it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so the other thing that you get if you happen to be a pro user, is going to make me sign in real quick, is you get ChatGPT for Mac OS. This part is kind of crazy. Okay, ChatGPT for Mac OS is straight gangstar, if you will. Let me embiggen this like such, and then I'm gonna go to the old browser window. Boom, I'm gonna duplicate this bad boy and then make a new one. Oh, this is kind of crazy, fam. Like this part is so dope. Boom. Sean says, I am a Plus user. I have access to GPT-4o, but can't do the camera feature and voice chat. So I still have to tap cancel instead of just speaking to interrupt. Yeah, I think that was kind of weird. So I am still having to do the tap to cancel, but even just that, the updates that I felt from what the phone can do is kind of miraculous. All right, here we go. Bingo. There is my Chat GPT multimodal window. And what that thing do? We're going to come over here. So this is not going to show properly in Ecamm, I almost posit, but let's take a peek. I'll do a quick check just to see if it'll work. I will do a quick check with live demo mode, and then we'll know if it works in Ecamm. So one of the things I love about this so far is you can do Option Spacebar. Oh, it actually does work. It pulls up the window, right? Now for me, actually, you guys maybe don't see it. I see it here and I can't move it. What version? Maybe you guys can't see it. Are you running? Let's just see what that says. Of course, it doesn't know what to do with that. Let me change this to this, by the way. But let me wait for it to finish. Yeah, so the way sharing works on the Mac with Ecamm, when I hit the option command, like it's not really going to show you here, but you guys can see it. But let me pop out of live demo mode, and I guess you do see it. You just see it, but it's weird that it pops up there. So if I move this up here, does that work better? Yeah, that does work better. We just don't want to make it go too far. Okay, so let's see. Please see this text. Hit that. And then it's going to probably yell at me and say, what text? Okay, that's exactly what I wanted it to do. And then I'm going to copy Sean's comment real quick. And then paste it in. Move, Sean. You're in the way. Bring chat back to the front. Pop it in. Bingo. Yeah, you see, so it works. So the cool thing is you do have some stuff in your desktop, but where's going to be the number one stunner is the fact that it can now do photographs. Photographs, I don't want ya. Sorry. Let me go to the downloads folder, and I should have a PDIF in here somewhere. Do I have a PDIF that I can grab? I told myself to have a PDIF on deck. All right, here's a PDIF. All right, I'm just going to take a photo. And then I'm going to try and throw this screenshot at the model and see what the model knows how to do. So I'm going to drag this to the desktop for a second, and then I'm going to click on here, say upload a photo, drop it like, no, just not from the photo thing. Oh, I see. When you do that, it wants to pull it from your photos library. Let me do it again. Let's take a screenshot and take a screenshot of what? I guess this is preview. So we're going to say preview. You got to give it the system settings. Hold on, ChatGPT. Turn on screen recording. Yep, you're good now. Bingo. Password. Bingo. All right, you got to say quit and reopen. Give it a second. There it is. It's back. All right, cool. Let me move this crap out the way. Now I'm going to click on take a screenshot of preview. All right. Hey, what the heck? See if it can do it. Let's see if it can do it. Unless you're going to do it. Yes, it's working. It's working. Ha ha. Yo, fam, come on. Look at that. Look at that. That is cool. So now you got a desktop version that's running, and impressively, it's actually quick. Like, this microphone is suitable for podcasting, recording, live streaming, offering versatile connectivity and high quality audio features. Alrighty, so let's do this. I want to know, what does I know the answer, but let's see what it says. Oh, see, come on. Now, you guys got no dang excuse to not understand some. In layman's term, the frequency response 50 hertz to 16,000 kilohertz means the sound frequencies of the microphone can pick up and reproduce accurately. Here's a simple breakdown. 50 hertz, the lower end of the lower end of the frequency range. Is very low pitch, deep bass notes in music. Boom. He got that 808 kick drum, make the girlies kick. Sorry. And 16,000 hertz or 16 kilohertz is a higher frequency range. Sound at this frequencies are very high pitched, like a whistle and whistle of a high notes. Whistle or the high notes of a violin. So the microphone can capture a wide range of sound from deep bass tones to high treble tones, making it suitable for recording a variety of audio sources clearly and accurately. Bruh, look at that. That's cool, right? Imagine, picture if you will. Imagine if you will, you get some documentation of something, you're setting it up, you quite don't understand something, you open that up in preview, tell ChatGPT, hey man, what the heck is this section talking about? Or you're studying for your umpire's exam, and then you want to get quizzed on FIH Section 2-5. Quick, Keely, what is that rule? She probably knows. I have no clue, but she probably knows. Matter of fact, I guarantee she knows. Yeah, like imagine being imagine being able to just take a thing out of that screenshot and have it explain it to you in a manner that even you can understand, right? If something didn't make any sense to you, okay? So let's look at this some more. That is crazy. Also, imagine if you will, you have a document or a conversation from someone that's say like in a different language and you want to check it out. Now, I haven't tried the microphone stuff with this particular version of the situation, but let's investigation. Hey, come back here. There we go. All right. Now, it's probably going to say, hey, man, you haven't given your microphone permission. So let me hit that real quick. Chat, I would like to know, based off of this PDF, if there was a way you could explain to me the benefits of an XLR connection on this microphone, say, versus the USB-C connection on this microphone. How would that benefit me as a beginning podcaster? We're just testing all the things. Man, it's really weird that signal seems so full on this this waveform, and I wonder if any way, shape, or form we're possibly overmodulating it, which might make it hard. Okay, it says, Chad, I would like to know based on this PDF if there's a way you can explain the benefits of this microphone. Say, okay, so it did just took what I said verbatim, but in this particular model, still, like Sean was saying, it's still, right now, it still needs you to press go. In the demo, you're just interacting with it back and forth. It's talking to you a wee bit like her. I also, knowing how they usually operate, of course, the demo is going to be crazy today because it's getting its ass kicked. The model is getting its ass kicked right now. So it didn't take that. Let me do that again. And then I will switch over to the desktop in a second and see. First of all, I would like to know if it's, there we go. I would like to know if it's synchronizing this stuff to the desktop, which I didn't check first. I wanted to do it live with you. And then I will see like how the audio model works on the web version instead. Okay, so start with USB-C as a beginner. Starting USB is probably the easiest and most convenient option. It requires less additional equipment. That's the part right there to let you know that it is actually paying attention. Because we all know, first and foremost, we all know at this point in time, methodology-wise, or no, system, anyway, fancy word-wise, there is no right now big difference between, say, the audio quality of the XLR versus the USB. You're just taking the same thing and you're putting it in a plastic cup versus a paper cup, just digital audio signal. The DA converter is happening either in the interface or in this particular microphone, it's inside the mic. There's an interface, well, not this mic, but you know what I mean. In a USB-C oriented mic, the same DA converter that you would find in a full-size mixer like a Rodecaster Pro is also in the PodMic USB. It's basically the same DA converter. So that's not the difference. The difference is, however, needing to have an interface where you're going to buy a box like the Rodecaster Pro or something as cheap as, say, a Behringer or the little Shure MVX2U, all the same. So it's right on that particular part. It is less equipment for that, but it's not going to really show a different audio quality, if you will. It says, in summary, USB-C offers simplicity and convenience, perfect for starting out as you gain more experience or perhaps look to upgrade your gear. XLR provides a path to higher audio quality and professional equipment integration. The key is not really the higher audio quality, although it is and it isn't, and how it won't know how to do the nuance of that. The reason why it would be higher audio quality is because of the additional things that you could add to it, which is the second half of that sentence, right? So being able to stick in a Avalon compressor, a real Avalon compressor against the software stuff. The software stuff is great, but they still do not compete with the analog signals, so forth, so on, et cetera. Anyway, let's not get too fancy about microphone talking. We're talking about the Chat GPT. All right, so let's go to the old Archie browser here, and let me entertain you. Let me do a refresh of this page. And I just want to see if it's synchronating. Yes, it is. It is absolutely synchronizing, which is dope too. So if you start something on your desktop and then for whatever reason you need to get Oscar Mike, it means on the move, then at least it's synchronizing, and it's synchronizing quick. So you have access to that information that you brought up somewhere else. You have it over here. Now, if we go here and click on the old thing, I still can upload a file there. However, it does have a microphone. Oh, it has read aloud, copy, regenerate, bad response, and then you can change the model now, which is dope. This was something it couldn't do before. You could change the model. So let's say you're on the free plan, okay? And then I love it. So, thank you, Kills. Let's say you're on the free plan, right? You want to do all of your heavy lifting in the free plan, get what you got to got, and then you want to get deeper on a particular section. Click on the bottom, change the model, use the more expensive model, which in this case right now is 4O. OH. Fo. We're going to call this new one Fody Water, okay? So if you are, say, asking it for ideas, all of the models can do that. If you're asking it to be a little bit creative on a story, actually 3.5 is a little bit more creative. It's just not as smart. So you can look at it, run it on 3.5, see where you at, and then be like, you know what? I'm curious to what Fody Water got to say. And so you're going to come in here real quick. I don't have a button for this browser page yet. I'll fix that in a second. You can come over here and you can switch it up, right? So let's do a quick test. Let's go here. And then let's switch over to 3.5. Great for everyday tasks. And then we're going to say, write me a 1-paragraph story about Doc Rock learning to play hockey from it's actually umpire, it's not referee. Well, I guess it's both, right? Let me see. Let me see. The umpire. Okay. My brain says referee because I'll be watching football. UMPIRE. Okay. So I said, write me a quick 1-paragraph story about Doc Rock learning to play field hockey from Keely Dunn, famous FIH umpire. Go. It says, under the watchful guidance, Keely Dunn, the renowned FIH umpire, Doc Rock embarked on an unexpected journey into the world of field hockey. With the curious spirit and determination to learn and 2 effed up knees, Doc finds himself immersed in the intricacies of the game, guided by Keely's patient, man, fuck, this thing don't know Keely. He's talking about some patient expertise, whatever. Anyway, through countless drills and playful banter, Doc Rock's holding skills, mastering the art of stick handling, strategic positioning on the field. As the sun set on their final training session, Doc Rock realized beyond the sport itself, it's, it was bond and forged with Keely. It was the bond forged with Keely. Okay, meaning I got cussed out a lot and we cool. A mentor and a friend that made this journey unforgettable. Okay, so that's the way that 3-5 does it, right? Let's just say, all right, we're going to regenerate that. This time we're going to say use 40 water. It says, I'm a renowned scientist. For my eccentric experiments, found himself find himself on an unexpected adventure. He decided to learn field hockey. His teacher, Kelly Dunn, famous FIH umpire, greeted him with a warm smile and a firm handshake. I don't know about the warm smile part. Probably some swear words in Canadian niceties. Keely's expert eyes and patient. There we go with the patience again. Demeanor, Doc Rock through the fundamentals of the game. Under her meticulous instruction, it did understand that her was a her. That's cool. That before it wouldn't have understood that. I think, unless it's nicknames, I do believe that Keely can go either or. Because I know some dudes with that name, but I don't know if it's a last name thing. But anyway, that was smart. I don't know if it pulled that from the internet. Actually, probably not, because it didn't say browse. Under the meticulous instruction, he learned to maneuver the stick, dribble the ball, understand the strategic nuances of field hockey, despite a few comical mishaps, guaranteed. Like the time he mistook his lab coat for a jersey, F off. Doc Rock's determination, Achilles' encouragement words, aka swearing, from novice to a promising player, blending the science of sport and the life away. So it's interesting. And then you can tell it which one was better, right? So that's a weird example, but if you ever needed to switch models for some reason, yeah. Oh, did it change it? It says umpire. It says umpire here. I did put umpire. Anyway, it is a trip that it does know how to sort of do that. Okay, so let's go one step further and let's try what I was doing yesterday. Now, with the internet being weird as it is, hopefully this trick works. Okay, so I'm going to go and first of all, if you haven't done this already, people, I want to know what you're doing with your life. Okay, we don't need my napkin. Let me move that out the way. As you'll see, I have screen cleaner. I have put the ChatGPT icons on my front screen. Very helpful. So we're going to go to talk with the model. Chat, I am planning a vacation to Fukuoka, Japan in August. I will be renting a car. What would be some good recommendations for sites to see on a 10-day trip to Fukuoka, Japan in the late summer?
That sounds like an amazing trip. Fukuoka has a lot to offer. Here are some recommendations for your 10-day trip. 1. Fukuoka City. Start by exploring the city. Visit
I have a question for you, real quick. I want to test out my Japanese. So, if I wanted to make the statement, "Ima kara ore wa chotto te," I'm talking to you.
Sure, go ahead. What's the statement you want to make in Japanese?
今からちょっと腹減ったなんですけども、食べ物おすすめは何ですか? Please check my pronunciation and my intonation and give me any recommendations to improve that level of Japanese.
That sounds good. You can say, 今からちょっとお腹が空いたんですけども、食べ物のおすすめは何ですか? This translates to, I'm a little hungry now. What food do you recommend? Is there anything else you want to try saying?
Sure. If I say something to you in Japanese, could you listen to my intonation and correct it?
I can help with written text and give you feedback on grammar and phrasing, but I can't listen to or evaluate your pronunciation or intonation. If you want to practice speaking and get feedback on pronunciation, maybe consider using a language exchange app or finding a native speaker to practice with. Would you like to try another sentence in writing?
Nope. Okay, so she lied because yesterday I did it. I purposely said something stupid. Well, let's just say in an extra Yakubian way in Japanese, and it actually corrected it and gave me the correct pronunciation and the correct sort of intonations. So the model is still being like Sean said earlier, the model is still rolling out, but as the new model rolls out, it does work better. Let me just try again and see if it will do it one more time. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see. Can I say a phrase to you and you check my pronunciation to make sure I'm saying it correctly?
I can't listen to audio, but I can help you practice by writing out phrases and providing tips on pronunciation.
See, that's so weird. It worked yesterday. Okay. Yesterday, it completely worked. I gave it a super Yakubian way of asking it for directions, and it was able to correct it for me. So that is going to happen because one of the things that impressed me in the demo was they did a real-time translation because the model can now be interrupted. Homie was able to leave the app open and then make a statement to it in English. It translated it to Italian. Oh, girl answered in Italian. It translated it back to English. So I guess we're going to have to wait a couple of days to see if it's working. But yesterday when I did it, it worked amazingly, which is incredible because as you go to travel, it's going to be able to do that. Now, what I'd be really curious is if it would even get to the point where it could translate Muggle to nerd. And what I mean by that, when I worked in the Apple store, oftentimes people would try to explain a problem that they're having with the computer, and because they lack the proper terminology, they would send us down a rabbit hole the complete wrong direction because they didn't know how to phrase their problem properly. So I'll be curious when the model comes out more if I'm able to give it something, just say more in layman speak or whatever, and have it give you sort of a different way. Yes, it is still in beta at this moment, B. And one of the things that could be happening, sort of what Mark is saying, when I was doing it upstairs, I'm on a different network, and maybe just the way, IPs propagate or whatever, maybe on the network upstairs, that connection is just hitting a different server, whereas this connection down here is on the Spectrum Business, probably a little bit more secure. So yeah, it could just be something as simple as catching it from different IP addresses. I'm also curious, like if I were to reboot the phone or try it my other phone, unfortunately it's upstairs, if that would give it a different thing. Because, anyway, the conversational side of it is incredible. And if you haven't done so already, I do think it's worth going by and watching the demo and seeing what they put out. I think it's worth paying attention to what's going to happen, because the big thing that this brings to the table is you have what we would call streaming input. A conversation between two humans is streaming input. I say something, you're listening. If you need more context, you can interrupt me, back me up a couple seconds, fill in the context, then you're able to respond. I can listen to that, fill in the context, throw it back, go forth, go back, go forth, go back, go forth, go back, so forth, so on, etc. the models are getting to the point where you can interrupt the model and you can have a streaming input conversation. A streaming input conversation is completely different from the current conversation volley that we do with the model when it comes to the voice side. And again, I think what's cool is bringing some of those higher end features to the free side of it. Now, you guys being you, some of you are going to naturally ask, if the free model is getting so good, why should I still pay for the paid side? Hey, that's your banana pimp. Me, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna enjoy the faster responses, the higher rate limit. There's a couple other things. Let me pull up the pricing chart real quick. Hi ho. No. Quit. You know what? I can just right click, copy, come over here, new tab, paste, bingo. All right, now I can do it that way. It's faster. Hey, that's the wrong. You killing me. All right, so what's going to happen with you're going to get five times more messages for 40 water. You're going to get advanced data analysis, file uploads, vision, web browsing, Dolly integration, and you can create custom GPT. So that's going to be there. You will have access to 40 water for free, but it's limited. So it's still going to be better to do it with the Plus program. But hey, if you're looking for a way to step it down a little bit because you don't use it as much as you thought you would, at least now you're not asked out on GPTs or the ability to use the new 40 water. So I think it's cool. There's a lot coming into play. I love the desktop version. I love the fact that you can hit Option space bar to jump to it. And Google is doing their announcement now. So we'll find out this afternoon what they brought to the table. And maybe Saturday, after Lou and I are finished doing our situation, maybe we'll have the ability to talk about it then. Okay? So in the meantime, in between time, keep your ears open. Make sure you're paying attention. And stay up. Stay up. Yo, Hefe says, ciao from Sicily. What's up? Nice. Here we go. I just want to ask the burning question that is very relevant to today's YouTube landscape. By all means, please. Oh, let me fix that because it wasn't in the form of a question. I didn't catch the question. I want to ask a burning question that is very relevant. Yes, please go ahead. Okay, I'm just making sure I read it right. Please do. Go ahead. Just jumping in. How you been, MTD? Trading a new assistant on the basis of AI prompts for our need. Listen, it's getting so good right now. It's kind of crazy. This is the right place. This is the right place. Any first-hand experience with the Shure? Yes, I use it all the time. Should I opt for a simple USB interface, Wave XLR Focusrite for my XLR mic, or actually? The MVX2U is fantastic, but realize that because of its size, there's only so much you can do with it. I think that the Focusrite, Vocasters for price point and what they do are highly incredible. They have a very, very good preamps because they're Focusrite, and for the price, they're kind of hard to beat. One advantage to the Shure is it's tiny. Where that sucker at? All right, Paul. Mary Poppins game strong. Like, come on. This is hard to beat. This is super, super tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. But it is not, it's just not going to be boom. I think most importantly is you behind the times, player. see, when you come to the channel bringing silliness, you forget or you didn't do your homework. I'm a Japanese history major, so you know what I have? I have a fucking bidet. I clean my ass with the bidet because Japan. You know what I'm saying? And then toilet paper over, wipe like a normal human being. Much cleaner, sanitized. All right? So if you decide you want to come and eat ass, my ass is clean. Get the fuck out of here. How do you get the shortcut for the voice GPT? Easy, B. Easy. Rich, you know it was coming, player. You know it was coming. This is what happens when Paul be on vacation. Clouded. Let's go. Here you go. All right, B. So here's what you do. Right? See? Even my PNA friend, we know you got to have the toggle, man. All right, let's hit this. Go to the lock screen. Hold it down like you're going to do. Man, don't you work at Apple? You hold it down like you're going to do a customization. And let's just pick a brand Nubian. So we're going to hit that. We'll put Osaka over there. We're going to hit add some widgets. And then under the add widgets, you have ChatGPT is here. So you can do any of the above. So just drag this guy up there. And then drag this guy up there. And then now you have your desktop screen, right? You got your desktop screen with your buttons right there. So literally just hold the whole thing down. It's going to have to be semi-awake. And then, man, wake that butt up. Sorry. When I listen, here's the funny thing about this. When I'm trying to do it, it always wants to set up a new one. But whatever. Anyway, so that's it. You just go to add new, pick your picture or your paper or whatever. And then when you get to the part where you add widgets, if you have the ChatGPT app on your phone, it is one of the widgets available. So click on add widgets, scroll down here, go to ChatGPT, tap that, move over, tap that. Bam, put that one down. Let's go get a carrot weather because you should. And let's just tap that. And then bam, we are good to go. Those widgets are added. And then all we have to do is say add. And now it's saving. And you can set it as a wallpaper pair. Bingo bango, pickle mango. And now when you have your phone locked, you have your widget right there on the front screen. Good to go. Because your mama liked it. Man, what the heck did I do to deserve all of the weird idiots in the chat today? What happened? What happened? What exactly happened? That's what I want to know. Somebody explain it to me. All right. Guys, you still got question time. You want to throw in your questions, throw it in. Yo, these people catch me on like 4 hours of sleep, not having it. We about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Oh. But sure it does. Oh, no, because I hit the button, B. All I did was I hit the button. And then it goes into that. Okay, see, now it's connecting slow. So now we definitely know that the model is tripping. Seeing it failed. Yes, so you know what, Mark? It could just be... I don't think that's how you spell cologne, but yeah. Yes. Okay, K-Walk, let's talk about it. Man, what the heck is going up today? Let's lock Sean's question. And then K-Walk, for the dub, here's what I am thinking. I am thinking we are going to get new studios with M4s, and we're going to get new notebooks with M4s. I don't think it'll be the Airs. I think it will be the Actually, hold on. Let me run that thought back. In the past, they put the new processor in the Air and the 13. But those models are normally school models, so they tend to be August, maybe. So I think we'll get Studio. Maybe we'll get, no, we can't get Mac Pro either. I don't know. This was tough. Normally, the reason why I would say we get Studio because the Studio is old. However, that means that the Pro, the Max, and the Ultra would have to already be done, and they may or may not be done already. But there's normally a developer level hardware dropped. So, yeah, I'm going to stick with Studio. Maybe iMac refresh. Which, again, is weird because iMac is a school model. And normally the school models, the 13, the Air, the iMacs, they drop in school time, a.k.a. August, right before the iPhone. But we'll see. I think Studios for sure. Hopefully. That's the answer. Yo, PK, what it do, pimp? iPad OS 18 is automatic. So is iOS, whatever the next version is. I don't even remember. 18, also automatic. No non-pro visions. The Mini is only popular to the people that have Minis. I don't think people understand that. It is a dope device, but the amount of people that actually float with Minis is small. And so it will get refreshed when it's that chip is at the end of its cycle and it needs somewhere to stuff the excess chips. There you go. Okay, let me put you in the spot. Yolanda, I was going to call you Raven, which, you know what it is. Okay. Sean says, Inexpectable will take segments from our previous release videos and post them as YouTube shorts. 150%. Yes. Here, let me show you what we do. Player. Let me go over here. Opus Pro. Opus Pro. Archie browser. Go to my dashing boards. So, Sean, here's what we do. Me personally, I use either Opus Pro or Scenery to do these here things, right? And then you take any one of these old videos. So Paul's been up in here messing with stuff. So I go to this one. And this was myself and Marilu. And it basically generated, I want the one where we have the funny look. Hold on, I'll show you. Because I was going to post this today. I just haven't gotten around to it. All right, so here is one of the ones. Did I heart it? I might have hearted it. Okay, I guess it didn't keep my hearts, Paul. The hang. Let me check. I could have sworn I hearted it. Anyway, so Opus made all of these, Sean, by the way. So let me go back to the first one. I think it's this. Nope. I got to look at my computer to see which one it is. Hold on. There we go. So I'm going to start at the top and do this again. Oh, there's a hearted one. Here you go. Here's a hearted one right here. So all I did in the beginning, Sean, was I pasted the YouTube link to this video, right? And then Opus automatically generate these. Hold on. I got to crank up the other volume. A person walks up to you to explain to you something that's going on, and that person happens to have different chromosomes than you, you need to listen to them all the way through. I watched this happen in real time with Mary Lou. We went to go talk to a vendor, and we're not going to call them out, but that person straight dismissed her because she was a her. And he was busy watching my friends, by the way. I was part of it. I was part of the ruckus. Was busy watching us do a bravado contest. I was not bravado, a skills contest a couple feet away, and basically ignored my sister because he was busy watching what we were doing on the other side. And that's PS. So I want to give you an opportunity to speak your feels on this one, M. Okay, so at this point, this is going to be longer than 50. So what I could do is chop it up again into 3 pieces and just place it, but it's there. But one of the things you can do when you are in here and you're telling it to chop pieces, you can say, I'm only going to post these to YouTube, so make them all fit, right? So I have this, save this project to the storage, right? If I click that, I can go in and make adjustments, but it basically generated all of these for me on the fly. So you just go to create, you throw in a YouTube link, and it will chop all of that stuff up. And as you can see, Paul has been busy up in this piece, right? Creating clips from our other podcast, which is The Flow, right? So, but you know, Case, what I wanted to talk about was like some key takeaways from that event, because I learned a lot. Normally you're so busy producing, you're not really. But this one also, again, is a minute 51. So again, Opus Clips. There's a bunch of these guys on the table, but Opus is one that we tend to love. Scenery can also do this. Believe it or not, now CapCut can do it too a little bit, but you're going to have to chop it up and get in where you fit in. But yes, it does work. It does work. Okay. Going back down to here. And says, what's the purpose of a cam link? When live streaming. All right. Your camera has HDMI out. In theory, hopefully, maybe. And if there's no way to put an HDMI signal from the camera into your computer without a cam link. So where you go? Come here, girl. Ugh. Mary Poppins back again. This is a cam link, actually called a HD60X, but this is just a big brother of a cam link. So I take the camera signal from the camera through this HDMI cable into here. This just allows me to go back out to another monitor. But a cam link is basically just this part. It takes the HDMI in, allows you to plug a USB into your computer, and that brings it in. Many cameras have the ability to do that over USB. But the USB version will be like 720. If you're lucky, 1080. Most of them is like 520, 540, or 720. So not cute. Coming through the HDMI, you can bring in the whole 4K, and then you can get down with the get down. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. New iPads, dope. Absolutely dope. I don't need it. Don't need it right now. I kind of want it just because it's thin. I travel a lot, but they're dope. If you already have an iPad, not really there. I spoke about this on Twit. I literally just posted this to the IG, but I did speak about this on Twit, right? So let me do myself a favor and not repeat my damn self. Hold on. Ooh, come here.
iPad Pro. I love it. But what I would love this iPad Pro to be is just no iPad at all and just a Mac that is that flexible.
Yeah.
I think it's coming. I think the emergence is getting closer. And strangely, the Rosetta Stone of this, if you will, is the Apple Vision Pro, because that is the first computer that's not a computer, but it is a computer, and it shows that you can put computer as appliance. So I think we're 3 to 4 years out, but I believe your wish comes true sooner than you think. There you go. So depending on what you do, if you do this, iPad cannot replace a Mac. But I have 5-6 friends that live 100% in iPad Pros and run businesses that make more than I do. So, yeah, it really depends on what you do. People like to draw lines in the sand, and they ain't been to the beach. The beach is across the street from my house. So there's that. Paul Dixon said, not only can you post clips from your long form as shorts, but you can also link them. Yes, good, man. See, Paul that's my G. That's why I love Paul. Look, that Paul, at least that Paul is good for something. I'm joking, Duncan. All right, so hey, why is this dude smoking cannabis? Switch my account, go to my real account, bingo bango, go to my Pajay, go to your channel, boom, 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 and then go to a short, boom, boom, boom. And then if you look at this video right here, which is a short, by the way, Sean, if I play it, you know what they say, whatever happens in Vegas, at the bottom, there is a line, and this is the short, right? It stays in Vegas. Will it turn? But if someone were to click this, takes them to the
I got a quick one for you.
Wow, that's overmodulated as hell. Didn't I check that audio? Holy crap.
How to link up a brand new replacement.
Anyway, so you could, like my man said over here, because one of these Pauls got to be smart. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop messing with Duncan. He don't de-heart anything. Never de-heart anything. Yes, you can easily clip one to the other. So I think that's dope. That is really a good thing to do, Sean, is to make your shorts and then link your shorts back to the original video where they came from. That is a fantastic way to get a little bit more track shown on your babies over there. Your suggestions. I use a Mac Mini M1 with my 2 screens at home for the heavy lifting. If your Mac Mini M1 is doing the heavy lifting, you're not working that hard, MTD. I'm joking. I'm teasing. 2016 MacBook Pros in the last leg for traveling. Would you opt for another Pro or iPad with the current OS? All right, so here's the thing. Here's what's going to happen. Again, depending on what you do, and I understand where you are in your real estate game, Pro is pretty dope. The iPad will do a lot, but the Pro will do more. And the thing that's going to happen is once you get a new notebook and you see how quick that is in comparison to the M1, it might also become your streaming computer. Yo, the new notebooks are so quick. I have a 14-inch M2 with 64 gigs, and that thing is stupid fast. Like, it really is fast. So theoretically, knowing what you do, you could do it with an iPad Pro and be happy. But by the time you take an iPad Pro and put in 1 terabyte and then put on a case for $350, you're only $150 short of buying a new MacBook Pro. In that case, buy a MacBook Pro. So, purchase extra is great for pulling stuff from the long. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Rich. Oh. I'm not going to say nothing, B. I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah, Opus is so good. Recently, they've done a lot. And they still got some more stuff cooking in the tanks. And then Paul knows very well. All the Pauls are here today. One time for the P Squad. Yes, taking your shorts from the longs is a brilliant strategy. Actually, Chad didn't do that. vidIQ did that. That's super funny. Got it. All right, Rich. That vidIQ did that, and it was 12 o'clock at night, and I was like ignoring it, but I'll fix it. Boom. Got those. Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, that was good. Let me just open this up real quick. Move this over here. And let's open a box. Let's open a box. 154 days. You know, Paul has the number on point. That's funny. That's funny, Duncan. Okay. First, you get a box. 2, you put your in the box. 3, oh yeah. Dude, MTD, I think we got our M1s right around the same time. What's crazy is I still use mine. I use mine to run the last Ecamm conference. Like that thing is it still works a treat. I think that's the part that's so crazy about it, is it still absolutely works a treat. Okay, so I gotta go. You know, you gotta do the TikTok box opening twirls. That was weird. I just realized that DJI put an Apple tape on it to get it open. Dang, that is tiny, son. What else is in this box? A tiny little pack of Do Not Eats and a book. Oh, yeah. What's in this book? Take off the hot shoe cover, slide it onto the back of the microphone, plug it into the camera, and we gangsta. All right, let me go grab a camera and see if it do what they do when you did what you did. All right, slide off that. We now need that. Bingo, bingo. And then don't disassemble the product. Okay, take this out the bag. Oi, 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 oi. Man, why can't I open a little teeny plastic bag? What the hang? Man, I have to go see Wendy on Wednesday because I'm leaving on Saturday to go to Chicago, and I got to get my manicure. All right, there it is. Got all the proper Sony Tifuses. Okay, so, oh, you know what? He's stupid. You got to put it on the mic first. We must take out the microphone. Take in the microphone and slide this baby on. So open this. There it is. Easy slide on. Super simple. Make sure your contacts follow the white arrow. Take this here. Make sure this is towards the bottom. Slide it in like such. And then, oh, it faces the wrong way. No, DJI. Well, I guess, you know what is funny? Most of the times you're shooting something else, so it does make sense. But it would be beneficial if I could flip it around for when I'm vlogging. Okay? So now we did all of that. Let's take out this microphone here. And again, referring to the instructions, which is super hard to read when you're of a certain vintage. That's useless. All right, let's just go. Dude, thank you, Gretchen. Thank you, right? How sad is it that we have to say, do not disassemble the product? Oh, you already bought one, Kat? All right, let's power this on. Uh-oh. I did something to you. Why? Oh, maybe it's connected to power on when the camera. Yo, check that out, pimp. Look, off, on. that is dope. Hey, it worked a second ago. What are you doing? It turned on the last time when I turned the camera on. Uh-oh. I done F something up. Let's do that again. Off. On. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's on. Okay, now it's on. And here is the microphone. So we know that that's there. And that is cool. That was cool. Maybe the ZV-1 doesn't have that level of intelligence, but it is there. Ooh, that's that ish right there. So now what I'm going to end up having to do is I don't have my audio histogram on the screen. So I'm going to have to go in here and set it up so that I can have the audio histogram on the screen. Display quality, display options, sound options, audio monitoring. Yes, yes, yes. Ooh, I wonder if I go here and then I hit the display. I haven't messed with this camera so long. Audio recording, audio level display on. All right, it said you on, but it ain't done in nothing. Oh, you know why? Maybe because it doesn't think it's in the right modality. 1 2 1 2. Nope. I don't see it. Let me go to here. Mm-hmm. That is weird. Anyway, we know it works. Now it's just going to be me going in here. Oh, wait. There was something about the MI Shoe audio set. Audio recording. Oh, that's why I got it. He messed up. There it is. There it is. Okay. What you guys didn't see, I was dumb. I had audio recording set to off. Recording, because that's a word. I'm going to go in here and select audio recording into on. And then if I go to here, I can set whether it's 24-bit, 16-bit, so forth, so on, etc. And then, now, if I come over here, I got the audio display on, bingo bango, pickly mango, and then now it is in there like the wares of swim. That is cool. That's cool. And BJ said, I need to update the adapter, ensure the adapter is properly recognized by the camera. That might be for you, Kat, because I can see it. All right, there we go. Audio recording is in the building. And there is a teeny tiny little meter right there on the screen. It's a teeny tiny little meter. So, we're going to my function thing now. What I can do is set up my rec level because I'm using this external microphone. It's not there, but I can set this up to properly work. Now, one thing to do before we get further is pop this baby up and you go into the receiver settings, safety track, recommended camera setting right there. I'm going to hit that. And then I'm going to hit on the brand, and I'm going to go to Sony, bingo. Okay, we're going to call that an enter. And then I'm going to hit A6400 and be like, nah, player, A74. See what else they got in here. R4, R5, S2, FX30, ZV-E10. I'm going to come all the way back over here and go to A7 and 4. Oi! That's 3, ding dong. Get back. Get back. Get back. So now you got your receiver set up properly for your camera. And then you can do your receiver gain if you wish to up it down a little bit, whatever. And you could also do your volume for your headset. So you got all of those in there. But now this guy will be talking to this camera with the exact right action. Like everything is everything. And now it's going to work. But most of all, what's kind of dope about this is when you turn it off, pop. Uh-oh. DJI didn't go. I'm going to update my firmware like BJ said because now it didn't turn off. First time it did. Yep. I'm going to update my my DJI firmwares and update my camera firmwares and we see what's up. But anyway, that's cool. At least we know it works. All right, then. That does it. No questions to answer. I am going to go and watch some more about these new AI things. What links are we talking about?
Thing to get a question from chat, then kind of I answer it, and then everybody else in chat can also answer it. I'm definitely looking forward to.
All right, here's what I want y'all to do for me, just for fun. You see this right here? I'm gonna give y'all the link. Igor is chatting it up, talking about the new thing. We're gonna go over there, and we are just gonna hit Purple Hearts. LGL fam is in the house. So let's go raid Igor and then let him know that the LGL fam is coming through and everyone say aloha to Igor from the Doc Squad. Let's go check it out. We're going to move over. What question? There is no queue. I'm looking. I don't. Oh. I don't use Clean Shot. I use Shotter. I don't even pay attention to Clean Shot. I have no idea. I would look it up. Paul is making me work. So let's do that real quick. I don't even remember if it was on Amazon. I ordered mine from B&H. DJI. Actually, I think the Sony mic adapter was out at Amazon, so I ordered from B&H, and I don't have a B&H links. It's back. It was out of stock when I first looked. Why does it say delivery? Oh, pickup. Never mind. Anyway, DJI camera mic. This only works for Sony's for right now, so if you don't have a Sony, don't play around. All right, anyway, let's go bother Igor. I'll see you guys over there. Where my mans went? All right, here we go. I'm gonna go bother Igor. You guys come and join me. See you guys in a little bit. I appreciate y'all for being here. Peace out. 8-Town Stop. Don't forget, if you jump on, just like Gretchen, just say the LGL fam is in the house. All right. Aloha. Peace.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.